doing my weekend thing at the pad, man. Getting getting the yard shit situated so HOA don't be fucking with a nigga. You know what I'm saying? And then
HOA
motherfuckers,
will come knock on center. They will stick a fucking letter to your your fucking door, bitch. Quick too.
nigga, bro, I'm telling you, nigga, it was one time, nigga, I had like three, four letters in the mail, nigga. I'm like, man, y'all niggas is some pests, bro. So yeah, now
Yeah, that's
lately,
why my
nigga,
next.
since I've been on my shit lately, I ain't had no letters. They ain't send me no emails. Everything running smooth like it's supposed to.
Yeah, my next house ain't gonna have that shit. Son. That ain't gonna
Yeah,
be
bro.
accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
for sure.
like I said, bro, I chose this house because it was idealistically for the family for the most part. Because the house that I really wanted, nigga, wasn't no HOA. It was a whole like, bro, that shit was immaculate. But and like I said, I chose this house for the fact that schools is a little bit better over here. Everything's like a mile away, a mile or less away from here. You know what I'm saying? I got a middle school, elementary school, I got a high school, right across the street, fucking park. You know what I'm saying? Big ass sporting complex. All right. They got an indoor pool, outdoor pool. Like nigga, like I said, bro. This wasn't for me. This was just for the family. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it's a fucking investment. You definitely gonna get your
Hmm.
return on that motherfucker. That is what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
But this is
Yeah.
another episode of Black Men Unplugged, bro. You know how we do. We raw and uncut.
Hmm.
I had to get in the whip today, nigga. I got some shit, boy. I need, you know what I'm saying, nigga. The question that we always ask each other, bro, is like, how you mental, nigga? You just asked me that. And I just wanted to wait until
Yes,
we
sir.
went live. Nigga. To be honest with you, brother, I don't know, son. I don't know. I'm struggling with this fucking with like this mental health shit, this depression and shit. But I
Hmm.
think it more comes off of a nigga. I'm blessed to be where I'm at. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? I thank
Yes, sir.
God to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to maneuver and to, I guess, to be able to move. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
it's like the way you feel like you're drowning trying to put shit together.
Hmm.
You dig? So you been knowing me since I was what, 19? I
Yeah.
came in that bitch at 19, 20. I'm
Yeah.
38 now. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You saw me at my worst. You saw me through the struggle. You saw me through everything.
Yes,
And
sir.
the question that keep coming on me, coming on my mind and my heart, bro, is like, are you man enough to fight the darkness and get out that shit and stay out that shit?
Hmm.
So my main shit be coming from, as you know, my main shit come from my relationship with my children. And it mainly comes from my shit comes from like when I was younger, I didn't know what I was going through in the military. You know what I'm saying? All I knew is I
Hmm.
went in one way, and by the time I came out of training and shit, it was, nigga, it was different. You know what I'm saying? Like emotions was gone. You had a short ass temper, and everything had to be on a clock. You hear me? Like everything had to be moving. You know what I'm saying? Like everything had to be one way, and it gotta stay that way. You know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
I don't even know if you remember, like I got locked up at the hospital. I mean, at Bragg behind my mental health. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to balance shit, trying to figure out how to be a man. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the topic today is like, what is the definition or what is the outline of being a man? You feel me? Because for me,
Hmm.
God rest my pop soul, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. My dad passed in November, as you know. It's probably the hardest shit I ever went through in my life, and I lost people in the past. I lost some friends in the military. I done, you know what I'm saying? I done saw death before, but you never really see that shit for real until you see a parent take their last breath, and
Mm-hmm.
it was early. You know what I'm saying? Like my daddy checked out early from onset dementia. So I watched my, you know what I'm saying? Like I watched my pops go through a lot growing up, and I didn't really
Mm-hmm.
understand a whole lot of shit. So he really didn't, me and him really didn't have a real close relationship growing up, right? Got out the military, went through the shit in the military, got out the army or whatever, moved back, and I lived with my dad when I got out and I came back. Even me living with
Mm-hmm.
him, it still wasn't a close relationship. Like we ain't really talk about life like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't really teach me how to maneuver for real. Um, and I'm gonna get to why I bring this up today instead of going through the topic that we normally go through. Um, I had one of my players ask me, "Does life really matter?" One of my teenage football players, bro.
Mm-hmm.
He got a broken home, this, that, and the third. Daddy not there. He living with his mom. Mom got 7 kids. They struggling. It is what it is. So
Mm-hmm.
with my pops, man, with my pops, he never really taught me how to be a man. So I had to learn from the streets. I had to learn from other people. I had to learn from
Mm-hmm.
other niggas' mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Watching
Mm-hmm.
other shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I got out the military, came back home, lived with him for a while, moved to New Orleans. I was bouncing from pillar to post. And I went to school. I got a social degree. I tried to pick up the pieces and figure shit out. And I probably be like all over the place because my mind going all over the place right now, bro. Because I'm really in a fucked up place.
Go
And I'm
ahead,
trying to
bro.
put all this shit together to centralize how a nigga really feel. You feel
Mm-hmm.
me? When a nigga move, let me stop saying that. When a man move, bro, and you trying to figure life out the right way, it start to get hard. I didn't have that guidance, so I messed up with my children. My children, when they were younger, as you know, my attitude used to be like quick. You know what I'm saying? I was on their ass. I was fucking up. Like I didn't know what the definition of a parent really meant. And when your mom and them fussing at you when you're young, bro, you like, man, they fucking tripping. They did that in the third, and blah, blah, blah. And you never understand that shit from their perspective and the shit that they had to get there until you get grown. So just to fast forward a little bit, I'm having issues with my children right now in that connection. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to the new me, the new me of who I am, the man I am now, the work that I put in now feels like it's going unseen. And it's been years since I touched my kids, since I've been, you know what I'm saying, yelling at, I don't even yell at them, fuss at them, none of that shit no more. Like I kind of have conversations. So when you ask the question of how you feeling, what your mental like, I feel like a fucking failure, bro. You know what I'm saying? And my shit comes from I relied on my talent, my natural fucking talent to pick shit up quick and be able to, like, somebody put some shit in front of me, I can figure it out quick. And it looks like I know what the fuck I'm doing. But if you show me some shit, I can figure it out. Once you show me the basics, I can figure shit out. And I relied on that shit so long that you never really stop to understand what it takes to be a man for real. You know what I'm saying? And I picked up that Bible, bro, and I read that book of Job, and that shit, that, and I'm not a religious person, so I'm trying to walk this walk towards God. So I'm trying to pick it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be that dude to be like, let me stop leaning on my own understanding and let me reach out to God. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what
Mm-hmm.
what this everybody talking about this word. Let me see what this word really mean. And I don't want nobody to sit in front of me and tell me. I want us to pick up the Bible. Let me read this. Let me see what this is. And to listen to read the story, bro, of how this man had everything. He wasn't no bad person. This man was faithful. This man did everything that he was supposed to do the right way, right? And God, the God and the devil had a I'm gonna put it in Negro terms so we have an understanding of how this move, right?
Mm-hmm.
God and the devil had a conversation, and the devil was like, "Bro, I need him," and God was like, "No, that's me, and I'm telling you, you can't touch him. I don't care what you do to him. He's still gonna remain where he at, right?" So the devil was like, "Bet, I bet you I can get this dude on my side. All I need you to do is let me do what I'm doing and not interfere at all, right?"
Mm-hmm.
So when you growing up, and I'm like back and forth, but when you growing up and you don't have that guidance, bro, and you don't have that understanding, your faith and your understanding of who God is and what a real man is, bro,
Mm-hmm.
it's hard out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really hard out here. And you learning on the fly. It's not like it's not like you have instructions. You have you know what I'm saying? They can give you a book and say, hey, these are the rules and regulations. This is how you move. If this happened, this is how you move. So now I'm 38. All the shit that happened in my 20s, early 30s, bro, it's kind of like it's kind of like fucking me up. And I feel like it's that was like God is testing me as a man, and the devil is like trying to take me off my square, big bro. Because I know who I am as I know I'm a good person. I know I'm a good man, bro. I know, you know what I'm saying? If I rock with you, I'm gonna give you the shirt off my back. But when you talk about this mental health shit, bro, it's like the devil playing with you and trying to get you to, you know what I'm saying? Like literally take yourself out the game. Because you have to be mentally, you got to be mentally locked in with God to understand that no matter what happens, bro, it's a it's always peace on the other side of it. But that darkness, that shit eats me, dog, because it's like I second guess myself on every fucking thing. I don't have that joy in my life no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I really don't, because I really feel like the devil played on me when I was younger, and by me not knowing God for real,
Mm-hmm.
I don't have that. I don't have that foundation, my nigga. My kids are not locked in with me, and that's the loneliest feeling when you don't have that. Like you don't have that shit, and you hear my pop's gone. My mom stays, about 20 minutes away, bro. But me and her, our relationship is kind of on the rocks as well. And it's like you by yourself in a sense, and now you start to you start to eat at yourself. You feel me? Like you start tearing yourself down. Fucking suicidal thoughts, bro. The depression, the anxiety, you everything that you do and every step that you take, no matter how eager or how hard you go forward, it's like you take two and take 20 back. Then you take them two and then you take 20 back. So when I picked up that Bible, bro, and it was like, this man went through, this man lost his entire family. That man lost all his fortune. Man, I got sick, almost died. You know what I'm saying? Like this, like thing after thing after thing after thing kept happening. What I'm my question and the help that I need, bro, is a understanding. I don't know if you can give it to me or I gotta wait on God or whatever it is, but how the hell do you really go through that and go through life, bro? And everything just keeps stacking against you. It's like you can't win. I give you like nigga give you a crumb, make you feel good, and then take that shit back, and then I'm gonna hit you with 1,000 negatives. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to snatch everything from you. You done made it to a point where majority of your partners that you grew up with never saw. I was a homeowner at 30. You see what I'm saying? I did that by myself. My accomplishments, bro, they're not, they don't feel as good as they supposed to. And I don't know what that is. And that's why today's episode, bro, from it was supposed to be something else, but today's episode is got to be, because I know it got to be about mental health and it got to be about saving yourself. You feel me? Because I know somebody gonna watch this. We growing our channel, we trying to do this, bro. But if I could put myself out there as whatever it is, bro, to help somebody else, but to also get the help that I need, I'm willing to do that. My mental is so fucked up right now, bro. You can't I can't move forward. It's like you stuck in the mud and my faith, and I'm gonna be real with you, my faith is not where it needs to be. Um, I'm working on that. I'm working on my relationship with God. I'm working on my understanding. I have questions, but when I was younger and I had questions, niggas told me I was a heathen. They told me I wasn't gonna be shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's you kind of like you kind of say fuck the church for years. I always said that
Mm-hmm.
I don't rock with church. I don't rock with pastors. I don't rock with nobody. I don't that because when I was younger, I felt like they were hypocrites because I went to
Mm-hmm.
people letting them know how I felt and where I was at in life. And when I had those questions, they told me by me questioning God, I I'm not gonna be where I need to be. So
Mm-hmm.
my questions was never answered.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through life on my own. I went through life on my
Mm-hmm.
own, figuring shit out. You know what I'm saying? Learning from the streets, learning from my brothers in them, and learning from y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just watching, picking up little things as I go, making a bunch of mistakes. A bunch of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like now, when you sitting inside, bro, and you just start crying for no reason, or you just you get into this mode where you just want to punch something, like you trying to figure it out, and you know you got. I done talk to you about many business ideas, and a lot of shit be good. You know what I'm saying? Be good ideas, but then you second guess yourself. You stop yourself from moving on what you know, because you feel like if I do it, if I move this way, it's gonna get snatched from me, then I'm gonna be back at ground zero. So let me stay where I'm at. And then if I stay where I'm at, then I'll be all right. Because you're scared to move forward. You see what I'm saying? And this as a parent, this as a man, bro. This is as an entrepreneur. This is as everything. You have a fear, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm 38 and still trying to figure out what is the definition of a man and what does that come with? What does that look like? What am I doing the right shit? You know what I'm saying? Am I making the right decisions? When it comes down to relationships, am I the best? Like, am I doing what I need to do? If I don't, it shit sound crazy as fuck, but it's more like I'm trying to put it into words, bro. Like in my mind going a million miles, Jay. I promise you, bro. My mind is really spinning right now because I haven't grieved my father for real.
Mm-hmm.
2 years before that, I lost my grandmother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We found her in the house in the chair. Then I watched my dad pass in November.
Mm-hmm.
All I really want is peace. And I know in my heart, bro, I'm a good dude. But one thing I don't want to do is feel I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself. I don't want no fucking like you nigga trying to do that sympathy shit because they want people to feel sorry for them and all that shit. And I don't want that. I just want answers. I just need help finding traction and peace moving forward. Because people really feel like I got it all put together from the outside looking in. Because certain people that I talk to or certain people that I let around me, I don't talk to them the way I'm talking to you. I don't let them see a different the cracks in this armor. You know what I'm saying? I don't let them see the shuffle of my fucking mind at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I told you before, bro. Like you saved my life so many times, bro. And I look at you as somebody that I don't give a fuck what the world say, my nigga. If you call, I'm coming. It is what the hell it is. If whatever you need, I'm give you my last, and then I go find some more to give to you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I
Yes,
feel.
sir.
But that book, bro, that book of Job, I don't I don't understand how he got to that level of faith to go through the worst of the worst. Because I know it's somebody out there that's going through 10 times worse than what I am. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful to like I said in the beginning to be where I'm at and be able to move how I'm moving, but it still doesn't take away about how hard shit can be in life. You know what I'm
Yes, sir.
saying? So if you can help me, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how strong your faith is, but if you can help me get a better understanding, how do you how do you believe in something so tough that you can't see? And remember that old saying, you believe you can breathe, right? You believe
Yeah.
air is air. You know what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
saying? You believe that
Yes, sir.
because you take a breath every day. Every second of the day,
Mm-hmm.
you take a breath.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something about you want me to talk to somebody that nobody I have ever heard of saw this man.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody have ever you can't tell me, oh well, he walked through your door and this what that was.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then the same people that's teaching you this be some of the biggest damn crooks. It be liars and all type of shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they be doing all type of shit. So you want me to believe something, but I don't. I'm gonna let you go, bro, because I like my mind is all over the place, and I'm in a dark place right now.
So
And Go ahead.
So, so number one, the first thing you have to do is you have to come up with I'm not gonna say an idea, but you have to come up with what you think a man is. What do you think a man looks like? Because uh, a man versus a man of God is two different things, and that's what Job was. Job was a man of God. His and it comes at the end of the day. Everything comes down to faith. It comes down to like, and it's and when I say faith, uh, yes, I'm speaking about God, but at the same time, I'm speaking about just having faith and belief in yourself. Because, like you said, when you start a business, it's scary because, like you said, you don't know what to expect. You don't know, especially if you don't know anything about what you're about to jump into. So you have to do the research. You do all the research, boom, boom, boom. You build your confidence, you build your faith in the knowledge that you have in starting that business. You go, you start that business, and then you get slapped with this or you get slapped with that. And it hinders your progress. So it makes you take steps back. You're like, damn, hold on. Like you said, now you feel like, damn, how do I get to that next step? Okay, okay, now I gotta go over here, do this, boom, 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 and then do that, boom, 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 and then I could go again. You know what I'm saying? But it's having faith in the fact that, okay, if I get this stuff done, then I'm gonna get shit going like I need to. Now, if you were to get them slaps and then fall back and be like, damn, this shit gonna be forever. Now you've already defeated yourself. Now the fear is setting in. Now the fear of failure, because everything comes to, I don't care what nobody says, everything comes to either being successful or being a failure. And that's in everything, no matter what
Straight
it
black and
is.
white. Yep.
School, fucking parenting, what finances, everything. It's all about failure or success. Either you do good or you don't. And from
Yeah.
that, it's all about, like you said, it's all about if and it's all about fighting through if you do fail to get to a point of success or get to that point that you set for yourself. Now, that in turn, once again, that takes faith. That takes faith in saying, okay, all right, yeah, I thought I did the best that I could on that midterm, but I didn't. I got a motherfucking D. So now it's, I feel like I was, but maybe I just need to study a little bit more. Or some people are like, man, that shit was hard. I'm just gonna take that. And that's the difference in failing or accepting failure versus saying, you know what, I'm not accepting that. I'm gonna do better. And in order to do better, you have to know, you have to say in your mind, because when you accept failure, you're saying, I fear the fact that I might fail again. But when you say, no, I'm going to move forward, I'm gonna retake this midterm, I'm gonna get an A on this motherfucker. Now you're saying, all right, I got faith in myself, the ability of me to study, get my knowledge back up, you know what I'm saying? Hone in because I done already took the test. So now I know what to expect. So now I can hone in on what it is that I need to do and then retake that test so I get a better grade on it. You know what I'm saying? So I go ahead and get that A on it. Versus, like I said, just falling back and just being fearful of failure again. Because that's, like I said, to me, that's what faith is. Faith is saying, yeah, I failed, but guess what? I'm still moving forward. It's not saying I
Hmm.
concede to what has happened. I don't know. Faith is saying I do not concede to accepting the negative aspect of what happened, the negative outcome. I'm going to make sure that there's going to be a positive outcome to this. So that's, like I said, to me, that's what faith, and it's just faith in yourself at the end of the day. And it's always about self, like peace. That comes with quieting the noise, learning how to quiet the noise and hone in on one thing. Because once you can quiet the noise, then you can stop hearing different different stuff. Because all it takes is, like, for me, sometimes I'll be in a situation and I'll start getting rushed with a bunch of stuff from different angles. Be it uh, like I could be having a phone conversation and I can have somebody, all of a sudden now I got somebody coming over here want to talk to me. My phone ringing. I got a car or something backing up close to me. So then it's like, all right. So now it's all right. Let me hone in on. Let
That
me
anxiety.
settle this real quick. Let me settle that, or settle this real quick. Let me settle certain stuff real quick, like the least important shit. Go ahead, settle that, and then address the main factor. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, bro, there is no book because everybody's experience is not the same. So you could read a book like the Book of Job. That was one of the books I told you specifically. I said when you having trouble, Book of Job, because the Book of
Hmm.
Job for me, when I
You
have
ain't
my
tell me. You ain't
issues,
tell me. You ain't tell me that. You ain't tell me how hard that was gonna hit though. You ain't say that, but I get it. I know why you didn't tell me because you had to get. I had to get my own experience and my own interpretation of it. I get that, but when you read that shit, but like when you read it for real, like you really and get the interpretation of what's really going on, bro.
yeah, bro,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, bro.
and it's like I
That's
said,
life. That's life for real.
like I said, even though he was in the midst of everything crumbling in on him, his health, everything. And then he got his friends that's coming at him like, hey man, why you not why
Yeah,
you need to,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
like I said, bro, even though he had everything coming in on him, he honed in on just maintaining his faith because he knew at the end of the day, as long as he stays faithful, as long as he does not turn his back to God, as long as he says, you know what, I accept the negative, because without accepting the negative, I don't have a further appreciation of what God has done, has already had, what He gave me before. You know what I'm saying? Because He had everything, and he shit was good. Yeah, boom, okay, cool. But when he lost everything and then gained everything back, it was, to him it felt like it was 10 times more than what he had before, for the simple fact that he just, like I said, it was a better appreciation to what what he had lost. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
I think
it's
that's where the struggle come in at is with the quietening the noise,
hmm
and instead of going on the offensive and you kind of go on defense because now you got other people expectations of, at least this, I'm gonna just speak for myself. This is how I see things, right?
I got you.
I go on the defense when people tell me, "Oh, you should have did this, or you should have did it this way, or you should have did it that way, or you not," you know what I'm saying? Like you're not the best parent. You're not this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? And I allow that shit to creep into my head. And some people might call you, might look at you and be like, you a weak ass nigga. And that shit right there makes me go into this. I gotta prove something to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I gotta prove, like, don't play with me like that. Because you don't know what I'm going through, and you don't know I have been always been in my kids' life, bro. I haven't been to jail for nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm not out here beating on no women. I'm out here doing everything I'm supposed to be doing. It's just the shit just not falling how I need it to fall. And instead of you coming to get an understanding of who I am as a person, you judging me off of my mistakes when I was 19 or when I was a kid. You see what I'm saying? So
hmm
that that hits hard what you just said because it's hard for me to to put them headphones off and turn that noise cancellation off and lock in. You know what I'm saying? Like to really be on that where it's like, man, listen, whatever goes on, I'm still pushing forward. If I fail here, then I can just continue to move because failing is not really failing. It's a lesson that you gotta maneuver and figure out what you did wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in the midst of it, knowing that you're a father, knowing that you're a provider, knowing that you cannot afford to continue to keep starting over. You know what I'm saying? Like you, like I said, bro, you knew me since I was 19. You know how many times I done started over. You done saw me at the worst. You know what I'm saying? And who I was then is not who I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And hearing that from you makes me and my brother Tony tell me the same thing. Like, cause he's him and his wife is they're in church, like they very in that religion, they're very spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it took him a minute. You know what I'm saying? Because he went through similar stuff. He still go through similar mental health stuff that I deal with. He was in the Marines.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of stuff that I'm dealing with, he dealt with first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I am just now slowing down my life. I used to live in chaos
Mm-hmm.
because that was the normal for me. You know what I'm saying? And living in chaos is like you kind of you're just moving. Like it don't matter what the fuck going on. As long as you moving, you moving. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I got money. I could go fuck some. I can go do whatever I want to do. If I'm good. But when
Mm-hmm.
you really start to slow down and like, so God had to slow me down, bro. I lost my family 3 times, and you know that. You know what I'm saying? From my oldest daughter, my son, and now my 4-year old.
Mm-hmm.
This in every relationship, it wasn't the women. Like I can't even say that it was them. It was me and my mental. You feel me? And me trying to figure out how to do certain things because I didn't know how to cut that damn noise off, bro. And I'm still struggling with that shit till this day. Is I'm trying to get to the point where how you say Joe partners came around him, bro, and they would they added to the noise. They didn't add to the
Yeah.
peace. You added to the
Mm-hmm.
noise. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? Like the way it was supposed to be, and you tell me if I'm wrong, the way I read it, the way it was supposed to be, if you lose or you're going through grief, the ones that love you the most is supposed to come around you and bring peace to you. They're
Mm-hmm.
not even supposed to say nothing to you until you speak to them first. So they know where you are, they know where you at, where your heart at, they know where your mind at, they know where your spirit at. They're just supposed to be there for comfort.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I allow I I allow a lot of negative shit around me younger to where it's hard for me to cut off the noise because people tell you you ain't gonna be shit, you're not gonna graduate, you're not gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? You're a bad father because you discipline your children, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm gonna let you finish because it's like what you saying, bro, makes sense now after having having conversation. Like my daughter turned 18 next month on the 19th,
Mm-hmm.
and I pray our relationships heals the way it needs to, and I really get my kids back. And it's not like they are like out here doing stupid, like wilding. It's just as that father child relationship, I don't have that with them because when they was younger, it was more of a disciplinary. You know what I'm saying? That this is my job
Mm-hmm.
to make sure I provide for you and make sure I keep you out the streets. Make sure I do this, so I'm on your ass. Anything less than a B is failing because
Mm-hmm.
I want you to do and be way better than who I am. And my kids are way smarter than me. My kids are way more. You know what I'm saying? They are so much better than me, but it came with a sacrifice, Jay. And that
I get it.
sacrifice is with that book of reading that book, bro. That man sacrificed. He sacrificed and he didn't even know he was sacrificing.
Mm-hmm.
1 minute you talking to your kids, and then the next minute your kids dead. Your
Yeah.
livestock gone. Your
Yeah.
staff gone. Now
Yeah.
you full of bruises, you full of all type of disease. You see what I'm saying? And you trying to tell me
Yeah.
you got the mental capacity to stand in that shit and be like, it is what it is. He got me. God got me regardless. No matter what I lost, God got me regardless. It's
Hey,
that loss
it,
for me.
I get it, bro. The loss is the hardest thing to accept. Like I said, he
Man,
had his moments because it was a moment in there when him and God had a conversation, and he was like, "Man,
I don't know
you
what's
let a
going
lot
on, bro.
happen to
But
me, bro."
yeah,
You know, I
yeah,
need,
but
I need something. I need show me a little something. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
it,
need
it.
something to tell me this is real,
But
bro.
yeah, but he understood that the fact that him and God was talking was the sign that let him know that God wasn't through with what, God, yeah, all that shit happened to him, but God was still there with him. God was still walking with him in that moment. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't that, like I said, he had his concerns until he had that conversation with God. And then, like I said, once he had the conversation with God, it was just a affirmation for him, like, okay, God's still here. He did not abandon me. He's still standing in my corner. He's still fighting with me. You know what I'm saying? So it's just one of those things where it's like, uh, you know, God knew what Job was capable of. God knew that he could allow the devil to do everything, but I forgot what it was. It was one thing that he told the devil he could not do, and he knew that you can do everything whatever you need to do to break him all the way down, but you're not going to be
Wasn't
able
it
to break his spirit.
he couldn't kill him. He couldn't kill him. I
Well,
think
he
it
couldn't
one
kill
that he
him.
couldn't kill him.
He couldn't
That
kill
like
him, but it
that
was
was the only
something like
rule. Like you could do whatever you
he
want to do, but
couldn't
you can't
he couldn't touch him, or he couldn't have like direct contact with him or something
contact.
like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
So yeah. But I mean, at the end of the day, what all I'm saying is that's what that that little thing that people always say you got to have faith of a mustard seed, and the mustard seed is extremely
Man,
small. You know what I'm saying? That little bit of faith is what allowed him to maintain and be the man of God that he was and has always been. You know what I'm saying? So it's
I heard that
uh,
growing up, they was like, a faith of a mustard seed and this, that, and
mustard
the third.
seed.
But it's like,
Yeah. Uh
how
huh.
do you know? How do you know that that mustard seed is being seen and is being heard from, again, to go back to what I said earlier, from somebody that you can't see, hear, speak to, feel, none of that, right? And it's like that. I feel personally I have it, but I doubt myself because I'm not as religious, or I'm not as locked in on that side of the world as everybody else. So like even when I pray, bro, like I be praying, I be like, man, do I sound stupid? Like
Bro.
this the
That
man I'm
but
trying to
that's
be, the man that I'm trying to build myself to, dog. That shit like that shit hard. I question everything, like bro, cause like moving in chaos, like you really don't have that security of,
you don't got faith.
hey,
That's the chaos. Chaos is
yeah,
a bunch
in
of
myself though.
uncertainty. But
Yes,
regardless, chaos is
yes,
all uncertainty. It's like,
yes,
wait, oh shit. Yeah, that's chaos.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's why I
yeah.
say is so when it comes to religion, and so I grew up in a non-denominational church. So we don't, it's not like, we're Lutherans or Seventh Day Adventists or none of that. No, it's non-denomination. We don't claim nothing at all. We believe in God. We preach about Jesus Christ, the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? But we don't call ourselves or consider ourselves anything other than Christian. So
Right.
for that, it made it easier to not feel like there was something specifically I had to do, or specifically like it wasn't that feel of having to be specifically attached to something was it made it easier for that. But for me, like growing up in the church, I've experienced what you've experienced, bro. I could tell you. So I'll tell you this: two things. When I was younger, I was probably like 12 or 11. We had a whole church concert, and there was a popular dude in the city of San Diego. He was doing music ministry, and bro, I was standing in the front, and he was on stage, and the look in his eyes, the way he was like, the look in his eyes, just the whole scene of everything, bro. I could tell that he was possessed by something. And what he said, because he said some shit kind of like what them pastors had said, them pastors was like, oh, everybody needs to give me $2,000. Somebody bring 1,200, and he like, that ain't what I told
That
y'all.
bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah, or
that
the pastor
bullshit.
that locked all the doors and said, "Hey, I need $1,000 from everybody, and until we get $1,000 from everybody, ain't nobody leaving." That dude stood on that church, and right in front of me, he said, "That's what it was about money." He said, "Y'all need to." It was like in between the song. He was like, This is a great church. You guys need to donate some money, and y'all need to donate it now, and it needs to be in a it needs to be I forgot the word he used, but pretty much he just said it needed to be a lot of money." And I was looking, I was like, bro, do you know this is like it wasn't even a church service, bro. It was like a
A concert.
Saturday afternoon concert. So it was a bunch
Hmm.
of teens and kids in there. It was a few adults, but I was like, you getting on church talking about money. Why are you on church talking about money? Because that is at the end of the day, tithes, you give what you have. You don't give a set amount. You give what you can afford to
Hmm.
give, because not everybody is able to give 10% of what they got, depending on what their circumstances are. But it's
Hmm.
all about the heart. What's in your heart? It's all about giving from the heart. And if you can't give money, then maybe giving your time is your tithe to God. You understand what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that people fail to understand, that it's not all about money, and that's what these churches, and for most part, that's what they do. These churches are all about. I won't say religion, but I will say, well, no, I will say religion. I'll say religion is all about money, because that's why you have different versions of things. That's why everybody has their own little separate stuff that they do, because religion it's about money. But at the end of the day, I don't allow that aspect of religion to really affect my mindset on there being a higher power. I
Right,
utilize
right.
what I utilize what people give me or people are teaching. I listen, and if it's something, because it's all about discernment with everything. People, especially these Bible thumpers, discernment is the main thing when it comes to religion, because hearing someone talk about something and it resonating within you is the main thing. That's how you take on the stuff that matters the most. You know what I'm saying? That's how you take on those lessons that they're teaching. The certain things, it's understanding like, okay, this is something that is going to help me get closer to God, versus just, oh, you heard what the pastor, yeah, the pastor said some bullshit today. I don't give a damn what you be saying. Pastor, he said some bullshit today. He didn't say some good shit. He said some bullshit today. Yeah, I said
Yeah.
I done been, like I said, bro. I've been in the church since I can remember, as far back as I can remember. I used to wake up to like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning with my uncle, and go and set the church up, put the programs out, fans, make coffee, all that shit, nigga. I used to go with him and set up everything. Like I said, nigga, I was probably like 4 or 5 years old doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I've been in the church damn near all my life. But that one experience with that pastor or whatever he was at that concert, that was one of the things that I was like, okay, I cannot stand here and listen to each and every word that somebody says, because each and every word that somebody says ain't really from God. Because
That's it.
not, not everybody is of God. There's, like I said, you have people who are in places of power or pastors and things of that
In
nature,
sheep's
but
clothing,
they
fool.
not really doing the yes. Well, you got to remember
Yeah, bro.
the devil was an angel at one time. He was God's right hand man. So
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, but like, how do you know when you like?
that's
You
discernment.
say you've
Like I
been through.
said,
You say you. But the discernment, if you never tapped into discernment, like for real, because you live like a tennis ball bouncing off a wall. You lived
I
off
hear
in
you.
chaos so much to where God was like, look, he smacked that bitch out your hand and he made you stop. He made you stop, and then you start asking questions. When you
I hear
start
you.
asking these questions about why my life keep going doing this, right? And you know a lot of
Hmm.
stuff, God gave us free will. So it ain't
Yes.
like we have a script. So he basically put you here and he's like, listen, I know your life before, I know your entire life, how it's gonna start, how it's gonna end, and
Hmm.
everything in between. We
Hmm.
don't have that information, right? So we trying to
Hmm.
figure this out through life. We trying to figure this out. And
Yes.
in the midst of trying to figure this out, bro, you make a bunch of mistakes that make you hesitant to move again. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? To love again, to have an understanding, to have this, to be able to. The reason I'm talking to you like this is because of who you are. You know me. If I don't know you, I'm not telling you. I'm not saying nothing to you. You see what I'm saying? I'm not about to. I'm not about to say anything to you. I'm not about to let you in. I'm not about to let you have an understanding of what I'm going through or nothing. You feel me? So it's like
Hmm.
you. I have street smarts. I can maneuver. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
discernment.
I can
That's
maneuver in a
discernment.
different world.
That, that's discernment, though. Having street smarts is discernment, because all discernment is saying it's saying, all right, I have a knowledge about certain about said subject. I just have to utilize the knowledge that I have to maneuver in a straight path so that I don't get slapped over here, or I don't get stabbed over here. You know what I'm saying? That's discernment. Walking down walking down canal, you moving and grooving, nigga, and you see a shadow move, and you look over your shoulder, and it's somebody. You see somebody, nigga. Hey, antenna
Nigga know how to
up.
move.
You're like,
Nigga know how to move.
now I need to make sure that when I'm moving, that I can still see this person, or maybe I need to motherfucking put my hand on my waistband just because I
Yeah.
know I know where this can go. You know what
Something
I'm saying?
feel
But
and feel
that's
out. Yeah.
discernment. That's discernment. Knowing what's happening, and moving in a positive, moving in the direction you're supposed to, in the right is just pretty much making the right and best decision. Because this, like I said, it's with discernment is with discernment is really just determining based based upon what you know, determining what is right and what is wrong, and then moving in accordance to what is right. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have
Discernment
to.
is,
I don't
like I
do.
said, it's
I
not
don't.
something that you really have to really tap all the way into in order to understand. But it's all you have to do is, at the end of the day, when you come to that crossroad where it's all right, do I go straight? Do I go left? Do I go right? you just got to think about what really is the right way, because we all know right from wrong, and it's just it's moving in the right direction. Because like I said, you can go left and go right, but that's the areas of gray. You know, if you go straight, if that's the path you on, that's what you need to do. You need, hey, if you're going
Yeah, but
straight,
you
if
know,
you're going
like
straight,
most black most niggas, most dudes, most black men our age, bro, still trying to figure out life, still trying to figure out because what an old dude told me, he was like, man, to be honest with you, when you in your 20s, you living reckless, you living wild. When you hit your
hmm
30s, you start to hit a wave to where it's like it starts to slow you down. By the time you get
yes,
to your
sir.
late 30s, early 40s, now you starting to look for understanding. And then when you get to your mid 40s, early 50s, that's when shit start really getting put together for you. You know what I'm saying? Now you starting to
Yes,
have a
sir.
different understanding of life. You starting to have a different understanding of manhood and this, that, and like
Jay, where you go? I can hear you.
nobody's really gonna give you the tools that you need.
hmm
I don't know. My phone ring. I don't know if it's gonna mess up the if it's gonna pick up or whatever, but I figure it out. I stitch it together.
Okay.
But he was just like, man, like you just can't. There is no real guideline to what it is to be a man, what it is to. It's really no right or wrong, but you're still gonna put the most pressure on yourself than anybody else can. And I
hmm
think that's why I think that's why I, I'm trying not to go back into that darkness that I was in when you're talking about like the suicidal thoughts and the attempts and
hmm
giving up on yourself, letting shit just run
hmm
you into that dark place where it's like everything feels like it's doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes, sir.
you stuck and you can't really move. And it's like for me, bro, like the hardest part of my thing is I'm scared of failure. Just being real nigga with you. I'm scared of failure because I failed so much and it took me so long to bounce back that I feel like I don't have the time to be keep restarting. I don't have the time, I don't have the capital, I don't have I don't have the in-house support for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the tools that most people would have. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? So it's like like you gotta thug that shit out. But if you make the you make the wrong move, it can set you back damn near 10 years. Or it can set you back in the relationship aspect of dealing with your loved ones, dealing with your kids, or being looked at as a positive instead of a negative. You see
hmm
what I'm saying? Like it kind of like, and I think that comes from that fear of the insecurities. That I think that's a better word. The insecurities of not adding up. You feel me?
No, it's fear.
As
Like I
much as I
said.
know in here, as much as I know in here, bro, that I know who I am and I know how hard I go behind my kids. I know when if I love you and I rock with you, bro, like you call me, I got you. I'm a solid dude. I know this. I know this. But it's still
hmm
that insecurity and that noise that plays a bigger part. And then some people look at you with like, yeah, you weak minded, you emotional, you sensitive, you this, that, and the third, but they don't understand where I come from. And I don't have the capacity to sit down and tell you where and everything that I've been through to put me where I'm at and why I am where I'm at. If you know me,
hmm
then you know. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that know, they know. But I feel like I gotta go against every. It's like it's me against the world for real, and that's a fucked up feeling to have, bro. To say it's me against the world, and that's a feeling like, man, I'm at war with I'm at war with myself because I'm at war with a million people that is identical. It's gonna sound crazy. It's a million people in front of me, and they all look just it's me. It's
Mm-hmm.
identical to me. Like it's a million of me. It's who I'm fighting,
Yeah.
and it's different insecurities. It is different shit that I feel like if I make the wrong move or I say the wrong thing or I do the wrong thing, I'm gonna fuck something up. And I know what my ambition is, bro. I know what I want out of life. I know it. Be like, man, go get it, go get it. And it was like when I did that shit, when I started the snow cones thing, when I started my businesses, when I did the real estate, I did all that, bro. It's like I moved on that shit, and I was locked in. And then the moment some shit go wrong, I don't have them resources to hold that up. It always set me back, and then I'd be like, you know what? Fuck. Let me pivot and go somewhere else. Let me try something else. Let me do this. Let me do this, and I'm gonna come back to it. So it's like you keep restarting and restarting and restarting. That shit gets tiring, bro. Cause you're like, damn, I'm not smart. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing wrong to where I can't get this shit right?
You gotta hone in and then
Yeah, bro.
move forward. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
like I said, my nigga. Like I said, bro, you there's a lot. I done told you there's a lot. There's a lot. Business wise, you come up with. There's a lot that you have right there with you that you just gotta move on it. But you have to figure out what it is that you need to hone in on specifically and then move on that one thing.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you got plenty of motherfuckers behind. I done told you plenty of times, you got motherfuckers behind you that's willing to help you financially, uh fucking knowledge wise, on getting a lot of this stuff done, bro. It's there, but like I said, you have to have the faith in your abilities because you have the ability to do all this shit that I've seen you start and then put put to the side for a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, like with the snow cone stand, you you had to restart in a sense when that first trader wasn't right, and then he was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just go all the way in and do the right one." Went all the way in, did the right one. Like I said, it's just a matter of now just going on that. You know what I'm saying?
Being consistent
It
in that
ain't,
shit. Yeah.
but that's what it's all about, bro. It's just about trying to be consistent. The moment you start to be consistent with anything, it's gonna roll. It's gonna
Yeah.
roll.
And I ain't gonna
It's
lie,
that big heavy wheel.
my mental play a lot. My mental plays a lot on that because you, like I say, them insecurities and the self doubt, the self fucking. I allow I allow the noise to control too much. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And I
Hmm.
could be a man to say that, bro. Like I'm being open. I'm being vulnerable as hell right now. It's like it's. I just want to be seen by my children as a man of value, a man of God. You know what I'm saying? And I know what it is to be in that darkness for so long, bro. When you got them voices in your the back of your mind telling you all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't supposed to be here. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? Like you lame as fucking. It's time for you to dip out. Like it's time for you to take your. You know what I'm saying? Like take yourself out, and you allow certain things to get you to a point, bro, where you start doing stuff to self harm yourself because you
I
kind of
get you.
like you feel inferior. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So that's why I made the value choice of being like, listen, bro, I never knew God like that, and I'm ready to make that step
Mm-hmm.
forward towards figuring out what that relationship is. You know what I'm saying? What that actually feels like to be at peace. I don't know what peace feels like
Mm-hmm.
because I'm so used to being in chaos. I don't know what peace is. So I
Oh, you know
question
what it is?
everything.
Nah, you know what peace is. When you went to that
I ain't
concert
never.
up there in them mountains.
Oh yeah, that was peace, brother.
Yeah, that, like I
Yeah,
said, you
boy.
know what it is. You know what it
I
is.
was
You know what
good
it
there.
feels like. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, you know what it is. You know what it feels like. So when I say that to say this, when you have those moments where you're trying, or when there's so much going on and it's becoming too much for you, you have to put yourself in those little pockets. Like for me, uh, when my mom passed, because nigga, like I said, grieving a parent, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I it's some folks that got parents that I grew up with that I still be grieving for. You know what I'm saying? Like because
Man.
they were, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, they played a major factor in my life. So, but like with my mom, like nigga, I was at the nail salon the other day getting my hands and feet did, bro. And motherfucking Boys the Men, Mama came on. Nigga shed some tears because that was one of the songs that I played that I had to put on her when we did the slideshow. That was one of the things that I put on for her for the slideshow. So like when that shit came on, like I was good for a minute. I was singing along with it, and then the tears just started rolling, bro. I said it's just something that you just always gonna have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Like when you love someone unconditionally, that's what happens, bro. Like you just don't forget about them. That shit don't just go away when they go away. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I said
I'm still
my
trying to
mama passed
get
away
through that.
shit damn near 15 years ago, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it's just one of them things, bro, where it's like grieving is not something that anyone can really tell you how to do because, like I said, everybody experiences things differently. Somebody can give you guidelines on what it is that they think that might help you, but they can't tell you how to do it. And then
Facts.
when it comes to quieting the noise, like for me, when I do get bombarded with shit, I got a playlist of shit. I throw my headphones on, nigga, fuck everything else. Nigga, I listen to that playlist, and by the time I listen to about 6 songs, I'm like, all right, I'm in a better headspace. Okay, now I can go out here and deal with you retarded motherfuckers. But but like that's the only way
Nah,
for
that's
me to
real though.
really
That's
like
real though.
really just calm the noise down, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just listening to that specific playlist. For some people, is reading. For some people, is smoking. You know, like everybody handles quieting that noise differently. But when I'm, like I said, when I'm being bombarded like that, I got a playlist, bro, and that playlist it just brings everything down to a minimum, and then I'm able to just move forward.
Yeah. I gotta find that peace, bro. Like I said, like it's more of the reason I started this podcast is because one, I really want to get this mental health shit in our community,
Hmm.
bro. And the dudes that we
Hmm.
hang out with and we talk to, even the ones that we don't talk to. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
you may not know them, but they may relate to something that we got going on. And it's no
Hmm.
judgment. It ain't no nothing. We might not have the structure right now. It may not be whatever it is, but I feel like if I could touch somebody, bro, let somebody know, look, I'm not perfect.
Hmm.
I'm raw. You know what I'm saying? I'm still
Hmm.
trying to figure this out. I'm I made the mistakes as a man. I made the mistakes as a father, provider, all that, bro. Like I did that, but it don't make you. And it took me a long time to be able to say this. It doesn't make me weak to be broken. You
Hmm.
feel me?
Yes,
That
sir.
shit does not make me weak to be broken. It does not make me weak to to be on this journey of searching how to be a better man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I didn't understand my father until I watched my father take his last breath. The things that we went through when we was younger, now I have a better understanding of why he was moving the way he was moving and why he was disconnected from the family in a sense. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He was going through depression, but in his generation, saying that type of shit was a that's some red flag nigga about the, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really maneuver like that.
Yes, sir.
So asking for help, going to therapy is something that they always look down on. Be like, cause black men don't need. I don't need no therapy. Therapy is for weak. Therapy is for the weak.
Yeah.
Therapy is
Mm-hmm.
for whatever this is. And now that he's gone, I kind of ask myself, bro, like, who would my daddy be if he went to therapy or if he admitted
Mm-hmm.
that pain for real? If he cut
Mm-hmm.
off what was hurting him way earlier. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like if that
Mm-hmm.
was done way earlier, well, one, would I be here? And two, would he still be here?
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Like it's certain things that you start to understand, bro. Like a lot of niggas go through life with this mask on, bro. And they go through
Mm-hmm.
life trying to be hard for another nigga and for the crew and for the world, bro. And they be fucked up for real behind closed doors.
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas can't sit down for real in their own thoughts. I know what that feel like to be in a house, bro, like in a house or an apartment, whatever, and it feels like these walls just keep doing this. And all you doing is sitting on the couch watching TV, but everything just keep doing it because your mind is going 1,010 miles a minute, bro. And
Mm-hmm.
you down on yourself, your emotional state ain't really real, but when you walk outside, you gotta put on this fake ass smile and you gotta act like you that nigga, bro, and you really fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
really like inside you fucked up to the max, my nigga. Ain't no nigga can tell me that you not fucked up. Cause when
Mm-hmm.
you start to sit down with these niggas one on one and start having these real conversations, bro. Like I was like 19, 20, bro. And I'm having conversations with grown men. When I first came back out of the military, I'm having conversations with dudes way older than me that's sitting there telling me I'm trying to be like you. You trying to be like I'm a kid, bro. You older than me. I'm supposed to be looking up to you. But when they in the streets, you the biggest thug out here. Like y'all niggas doing all of y'all doing everything else that you know what I'm saying. Y'all making this make it look like y'all got all this shit put together, bro. But when you sit these niggas down one on one, you really not that. And that fucks us up because we trying to prove some shit to the next nigga and not really prove some shit to the foundation and to ourselves, bro. Like to having that relationship with God is something that I really, really, really I really want, bro. I need that because I done put a gun in my head and pulled the trigger. I done took pills. I done hung, you know what I'm saying? I done been into the darkest of the dark. Like I done that, bro. I done been through hell and back. And for
Mm-hmm.
me to get to where I'm at right now, bro, as you know for facts, you know I clawed myself out of that shit, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And all I just want is the peace and the clarity of I can move forward without judgment. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what another thing I gotta stop doing is looking for acceptance from other people, you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Like cut off like giving a fuck about what the world think.
Mm-hmm.
And even my like even for real, even like people that's close to me, like just cutting up what everybody thinks completely and do what I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and then whatever failures, whatever accomplishments will have, whatever come with it, deal with it without persecuting your damn self to the fuck where you worried about what you look like or how you come off to others.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still learning this thing of the people that's supposed to be with you is gonna be with you. And that goes back
Mm-hmm.
to that book of Job, bro. When Job started
Mm-hmm.
realizing them fools around him was on that bullshit, bro, I need y'all to get from around me, fool. I need y'all to go
Mm-hmm.
about y'all business. because I don't need all that. That ain't what I need y'all here for. What I need y'all here for is for peace and for y'all to hold me up. I don't need y'all to
The
come in with
moral
y'all stupid
support.
ass thoughts. Yeah, I don't need y'all to come
Yeah.
with y'all thoughts and y'all opinions and all that shit. I know what happened. You trying to put it together. So you coming up with your own conclusions. You coming up with your own solutions. You doing all this
Mm-hmm.
nonsense, bro. That none of that is what I need from you. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And I have a few, son, and I think that few is what I have to focus on. Is that them ones that's there that's quiet. They don't say nothing. What you need, they ask me what I need, and that's it. And
Mm-hmm.
that's the people that I want to make proud. That's the people I want to take up there with me. And I just got to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to cut the noise off. Get
Mm-hmm.
rid of the be okay with getting rid of people. I have a
Mm-hmm.
hard time I have a hard time cutting that cord away from people. I have a hard time walking. I deal with abandonment issues and all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still working through shit. So when I know I'm supposed to like walk away, I stay there and try to fix them. And I put myself off the stove, not even on the back burner, off the stove. You know what I'm saying? Like I just say, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll deal with me later, but let me go and help you. Let me walk you through whatever you going through. Let me try to help fix you. Let me make sure you can find housing, a job, or therapy, or you need to talk, or you need some money, you need whatever. Your kids need this. Let me go ahead and do that. And that shit got me to the point where it's now you're like you in quicksand. Now you're trying to figure out how to get out of it. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's like life and that story that you put me on, bro, started this process. This is what started the process of me looking for God, bro. 'Cause when I lost my family the last time and I went through whatever I went through, it's like he smacked the dog shit out of me. I lost my
Mm-hmm.
job, money was gone, family gone. You start losing shit, everything started. You done built all this stuff up, and now everything is starting to get took from you one by one. You know what I'm saying? Now you battling,
Mm-hmm.
like Jay, you know what it was, bro. Like you going through all this,
Mm-hmm.
and everything start getting snatched. And now I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, now I gotta restart again. But how do I restart without making the same mistakes? And how do I restart and by adding value to whatever I'm doing? And that
Faith.
shit hard, bro.
Faith. Faith in
That's what I'm working
yourself,
on.
faith in your abilities. Because like I said, that's what got Job through his faith.
Yeah.
Faith. He said, hey, like I said, at the end of the day, your fears and I mean you say is you and your mental what you were going through mentally with everything, but like I said, I feel like there's more than just what you were going through mentally because at the end of the day, there was noise.
Yep.
Hey, you could have had help quieting the noise on different ends. You know what I'm saying? But that didn't happen. So you dealing with the noise, and so like I said, there's a lot that played into it. But at the end of the day, having faith that when you restart, it's gonna be what you want it to be. That's the main thing. Like I said, you just gotta bring everything in and just hone in on one thing and move forward. And then once you're done with that, move to the next. Move to the next. This right now is your time to to gather that because you don't have, like I said, you don't have as much on your plate as you did before.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true.
So you have more time now to yourself to really focus in more on getting your mind right, getting your heart right, making sure that every time you take a step forward, it's a step that's planted in some cement. So that way,
Yeah.
when you do get slapped, you don't take a step back. You just take that on the chin and you just keep going
Keep
forward.
moving.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. I appreciate you, brother. It's been another episode. We had a slight interruption, so I'm gonna have to fix that. But at the end of the day, bro, I hope the message get out the way it needs to get out. Um, mental health is real, and I'm saying in our community,
that's fine.
mental health is real. Mental health is not a is not a it's not a weakness. You know what I'm saying? And we have to teach. We got to reach out, man. We got to communicate, and we have to continue to be like, grab our nuts and be like, bro, I'm not okay. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like I'm not. When you
Hmm.
say you're not okay, bro, and you got the right people around you, it's okay to say that. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to
Yeah.
reach out to start a conversation and get that help that you need to get back focused because your mental can your mental, the pain, life, the way the world we live in right now, bro, can force your hand into a place where you feel empty. You know what I'm saying? And I want this podcast to be fun. We're gonna talk about fun shit. We're gonna do all that too. But at the same time, bro, I want this to be that space where we can come. You know what I'm saying? Black men can come, brown men can come into this thing and be like, bro, look, I need to run something by y'all, bro. Look, this is where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to feel guilty. You don't have to feel lame. None of that, bro. Like this is a we raw and uncut, and we gonna tell you the truth, and we gonna be here for you, right, wrong, or
Yes, sir.
indifferent. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So,
sir.
like I said, bro, I appreciate you. You saved my life on a number of occasions from from when I was a kid to now, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna give you your flowers in the open. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna. I tell you all the time, bro. I love you to death. So it's like for me, the shit that you did since I met you, bro, you ain't had to do that shit. You feel me? Like you,
Yes,
you,
sir.
you kept me out of jail, nigga. You kept me out the grave. And like you done kept me out a lot of shit, but you also done poured into a nigga to a point where it's like I'm here because of you. You know what I'm saying? I'm here because of niggas like you
Yeah.
and people like you, bro. So
Yes,
me
sir.
giving you your flowers out loud, I'm always do that until I'm off this earth. Yeah, dig. So
Hey, I
again,
appreciate it,
bro,
bro.
I appreciate you, bro. I'm here whenever you need me, dog. Like whatever you going through, you already know I'm here. And
Yes, sir.
this a powerful episode for me because it took me a long time to gather up the strength to do this publicly. You know what I'm saying? To put this
Hmm.
on this platform and put myself out there like that. You hear me? So I appreciate you, Brandon. We'll lock in next time, though. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying? That was
sir.
another episode of
Hey,
Black Men Unplugged, bro. If you came back, welcome back. Tap in, like, subscribe, share the podcast, bro. Help us build this thing back up to what we need it to be. What you about to say, Jay?
oh nah, nah, you good. I wasn't about to say that.
All right. So we'll highlight y'all next time, bro. Hold on.